Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Paul Salewski joining us once again from Doyle Salewski. It was a busy commercial break. We have a lot of questions that we want to get to.
Excellent.
And so we're going to get to the phone calls right away. And I do believe Mary is on the line. Good morning, Mary.
Hi there.
Hi, Mary. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I have a question. Obviously, I'm from Ottawa. I wanted to ask if you have an outstanding bill and you can't pay it, how long does it stay on your credit rating for? And after that time period, are you still obligated to pay it?
Well, first off, you're always obligated to pay your debts unless you go into a plan that your creditors agree to let you reduce that debt. Once an item's on your credit bureau rating, it really depends on the overall status of your credit. That particular credit score will probably give you a poor rating on it, so it might be rated, I'll say, an R9. And that R9 will affect your credit score. Your credit score will affect your ability to borrow money in the future. How long will it stay there? It will stay there until as long as the creditor stops reporting that it's there, but it's always due and always payable. At some point in time, depending upon the amount and the nature of the debt, the creditor can always take it to court, always get lawyers involved. There's a lot of things they can do to make it that you pay.
Sometimes we want to will it away.
It'd be nice.
I just didn't see it. It really
nice.
doesn't exist, but it will always be there. And if it's
yeah.
not paid, it does. It gets onto that credit rating, and then you never know when it could come back to haunt you.
That's
especially
right.
when you're looking to maybe eventually borrow.
Or you want to get a mortgage on a house, another loan, all of a sudden it rears its ugly head. That's right.
Mary, good luck with that one for sure. All right, we are going to check out a Facebook message coming to us now. Jennifer sent us a message. Is a student loan considered a bad debt? Great question, Jennifer.
Well, I guess a bad debt is a debt that can't be paid. So I don't think a student loan is a bad debt. But in insolvency circles, a student loan is looked at in a number of different ways. First off, if you've been out of school for less than 7 years and you have a student loan debt, that debt can't be discharged from bankruptcy. That means that even if you go bankrupt, that particular debt has to be paid. If you file a proposal and you have a debt that doesn't get discharged from bankruptcy, that's typically excluded from the proposal, because the student loan people know that whether it's in the proposal or not, I can go after you to make you pay it all. Now, if you have a debt that's over the 7 years, it's a debt that can be included in a bankruptcy and can be included in a proposal.
Okay.
So it's a date of time that you're out of school. And the big key time on that one is the last month of anything you've done in school. The first day of the next month is when we count for the 7 years back.
But that's the toughest time for an individual who has this student loan, because you're starting to try to establish yourself in the workforce and be able to get things going. So
it's tough, and it's
a tough situation.
But you can go to them and ask them to reduce your payments or give you some relief for a while you're building up your first job or your first set of income. They'll help you that way too.
It's almost like I would have seen it the other way. Listen, we know you've just graduated. Take some time to get yourself established. Once you have a good job,
well, you can do that. That's what I'm saying.
Paying us back.
That's what I'm saying. You can
do
that.
You can do that. So you can
go and ask them that. And most times they'll give you some relief for a time period.
Okay. Something to consider. I know it's got to be incredibly tough, especially for people who are getting out of there. They've got these wonderful degrees. They can't find a job yet, and they've got this debt already starting to pile up. So. All right. We are going to get to Terry now. I believe Terry's on the phone. He's calling us from Stittsville. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning. How are you?
We're great.
Good.
What's your question?
I have a question in regards to the credit card companies that are offering, or not the credit card companies, it's the companies that are offering lower interest rates on your credit cards. Is there such a thing in Canada?
Yes, there is. Any credit card company can lure you into getting a card from them. Typically, it involves you transferring the balance of your one card to them or using them to pay off that debt. So if you have a Visa card with $10,000 on it, you're paying 20%. You might go to MasterCard and they might give you a promotion where now the MasterCard, they give you $10,000, you pay the $10,000 Visa off, then you have a lower interest rate. Those interest rates are typically for 4 or 5 months, and you go back to the high rates again. So if you're having a good relationship with your credit card company, not necessarily good to change.
And these are people that would call you out of the blue. Like you might be getting calls at home saying,
that's right.
By the way, we can do this for you. So
yeah. Now, if someone says they can lower your interest rate, excuse me, and it's not involving a credit card company, just a company, well, I'd be a bit more wary of that kind of situation. It's difficult to lower your rates once you're there.
Anything in checking with your bank to see if it's an affiliate with them or it's a bank that the company trusts?
Well, I would suspect that it wouldn't be affiliated with the bank you're dealing with. Likely it's somebody else, but you can check. But if it's a MasterCard or a Visa that's calling you, I would say they're probably pretty good.
Okay, something that you can trust and at least give them the consideration.
But remember, it's interest relief only for a short time period normally. Okay?
Yeah, if it sounds too good to be true, it might be a little bit.
It is some relief for a while.
Okay, great questions. Thanks for everyone for calling in and sending us in the messages. Of course, you can find more information. Doyle Salewski website is here. There's an offer for people to call in.
Call in. We'll gladly talk to them. Come down and visit us. No obligation to talk to us. We'll look at your situation and make some recommendations.
Hopefully, a lot of people may be feeling a little relief, saying, I'm going to get this under control, and they know the people to call and to ask for help. The information listed right there. www.doylesalewski.ca is the website. A ton of information there, and they are located at 396 Bank Street. Thanks a lot, Paul.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. We still have plenty more to come. Bill 41 and some beautiful pumpkins from Melissa Lamb on her Pinterest segment. Stay with us.
Make you glad you came. The sun goes down.